Hey, hola, my friends. I hope all is fine and well with you and yours. Well, finally, and long overdue, my first Q&A video. Now, I'm so brand new and so new and just so grateful for all of this, the recent social media interest and just social media explosion with everything that we're doing at our Together We Grow Gardens and just with everything that's going on with everyone in life in period, especially going through the pandemic and all of this other stuff. I feel it's just great for me to take time and just talk to you guys, and as you see, a little bit nervous, unscripted, but you guys deserve this. And if you happen to see the documentary about us at paragraphic.com, if you haven't, please check them out. We'd appreciate it. They also offer many other documentary videos, primarily about our fantastic people in the state of Arizona, because all of us are doing something. Plant that first seed and together we grow. Don't forget, don't be afraid to dream. Dare to dream. So before we go any further, also please don't forget to check out our store, Together We Grow, at Etsy, also our website, togetherwegrowaz.com. Don't forget us, Together We Grow, on Facebook. You can find me at B Crane on Instagram. Yeah, we're all over the place. Also, if you are watching this, please click down below and subscribe. However you managed to make your way here, thank you. I'm so glad that you're hanging out with us. So without any further ado, I'd like to start going through some of the questions that we received at our Together We Grow YouTube channel. So if you're not already subscribed to it, please check us out, Together We Grow, on YouTube. And our first question is from Lucas Ochoa. And this is from about our Clean and Green Aquaponics Gardening 101 video. And Lucas says, the aquaponics unit at my university has pretty frequent mildew accumulation on our lava rocks. Do you ever get something similar in your unit? Now, that's a great question, Lucas. And the answer is no, for the most part, we don't. That mildew accumulation you might be thinking of is actually algae. And algae needs three things that grow. Algae needs sunlight, algae needs water, and algae needs some type of food. Now, that bacteria that's going down in that tank from the fish poop and stuff, that's a great source of food. And those rocks are a great place for the algae to grow. Now, if those lava rocks are constantly being exposed to overlaying water and constant sunlight or unfiltered sunlight, well, yeah, that's all algae needs to grow. And algae is going to do what algae does. Say, for example, if you were to look at the banks of a river, granted, the grass isn't mossy and the grass doesn't have algae on it, but if you go down to the banks of the river and you look at those rocks that are being splashed by the water all the time, what do you see on them? Algae. So I hope that helps, my friend Lucas. Our next question is from OGKB Seeker. And this is regarding, wait until you guys see the latest video. The aquaponics garden looks entirely different. Out with the old and in with the new. Stay tuned. And OGKB Seeker's question was, how long does it take to get to harvest broccoli? Also, what varieties or varietal is best in the northern Illinois climate? If you know, so it would be the 42nd parallel. Well, good questions, my friend. There's a couple of good questions right there. Depending on what technique you're using to grow your broccoli, see, we've done it traditional. So 70 to 90 days for you to actually start seeing your broccoli heads grow. We've done it in hydroponics, in which that was like 50 to 60 days. In this recent aquaponics broccoli that we just did, where we were doing the stir-fry broccoli, that took 40 days. 40 days from when we transplanted it out to the garden to where we got our first heads of broccoli. And if you watch through our videos, and I recommend that you do, go through the videos, you'll see that broccoli plant is just ginormous compared to what size that it's supposed to be. If you're using sustainable gardening, the second part of that question, but you being in Illinois and where you're at on a parallel line, if you're doing it indoor, you can kind of toss that to the side because you can control your climate. If you're doing it outdoors, I would recommend a greenhouse. Always make sure whatever it is that you plan on planting, whatever it is you plan on growing, make sure that you're doing it at the right time of year, in the right climate, in the right area, the right zone where you're at. I hope that helps, my friends. Let's go on to the next one. This one is about the recent video that we posted, and the video is called Unpacking the Mind Shrooms Homegrown Mushroom Kit with Chad Borseth. And if you guys haven't seen it, please check out the video. It was really pretty cool. If you haven't check out our sponsors as well on mindshrooms.com if you get a chance. But Sir Sue says, back at it again with the amazing content. Says, Senor Charles, is there any way in the future you can make a video about vertical farming? I think it may be expensive, but maybe not. I'd like to know your approach to it, especially homemade. If you made a video about it already, I haven't seen every video yet, but I'm in the process. LMFAO. Well, you know what, Sir Seuss? I'm happy that you're here hanging with us. I'm happy that you're taking the time just to hang out with us. And in respect for that, I'm going to try to answer your question the best I can. I have not made, per se, a video about vertical farming. Although I've done my take on horizontal gutter farming and horizontal hydroponics gutter farming, I do build horizontal hydroponic sets. I do build that, but that's not my primary design. It is a good idea to try to do one homemade. My thing is doing the homemade ones where you're using the heater gun to try to make the space for your net cups. These kits are so cost efficient now. I mean, there's no problem with doing one on your own. There really is, but they're so cost efficient, you could probably buy one, and it'll cost you less than if you were to build one. But even if you weren't going to buy a kit, even if you wanted to build one, there are still cheaper ways to doing a vertical hydroponics kit just by using something like the red solo cups and big barrels. There are still ways to do it. I could look into them more for you if you get a chance. Google, look into YouTube. They'll show you ways to do it, but it can definitely be done. Also, if you haven't gone through all of the videos, come on, man. Sir Seuss, get on it. We got some pretty cool stuff up there, man. We can show you how to do the majority of stuff that you see in our backyard systems to one degree or another, either scaled up or scaled down. Either way, there's no reason to wait for it. We're there for you. We got you. Let's keep going, guys. Now, this one is from D. Smith. And this is about make your garden. This is regarding a video we posted saying make your garden produce year-round sustainable gardening. And D. Smith asked I'm just curious, how much water do you lose or need to replace due to evaporation with the system? Now, that is a great question. We actually get that a lot. Here's the cool thing. Because we've been doing aquaponics and hydroponics for a few years now. And because I am a stickler for numbers, I'm a stickler for calculations, I can tell you to the gallon how much we use in regards to whatever type of growing system we're using, or whatever type of crops we're growing during the time of year. For instance, right now it's winter greens. So I can tell you for a fact that we use no more than 17 gallons of water a day to replenish whatever's taken from evaporation, from either absorption from the plants or either from just natural sunlight. 17 gallons a day. In retrospect, the average person takes a 21 gallon a day shower. We use 17 gallons a day for all of those sustainable gardenings that you see back there. In the summer, when we're growing watermelon, we're growing cantaloupe, larger fruits of that nature, even let's throw some tomatoes and some peppers in there, we'll step it up to between 25 and 30 gallons a day. But that's 25 and 30 gallons of water a day. Compared to a comparatively sized traditional garden that's in the ground, you probably wouldn't be able to get a 4x4 square foot spot done. So it is very much cost effective. And the cool thing about hydroponics and aquaponics is a little bit of scientific insight and a little bit of thought. You can track exactly how much you're using. And you can also buy these really smart monitors. We have these installed all over the place, all through our systems, these smart monitors that help us track it as well. I hope that helps. I hope that helps answer your question. Let's keep going, guys. All right. Our next one is from Mr. Go For It. And this is in regards to a video we posted called Grow Your Own Food Paradise. And the Mr. Go For It says, definitely heard about the bad rap on tilapia. Then I heard you confirm. Why is that? When I tell you guys, listen, I'm serious. When I say great question, another great question, I'm not just saying it. Even though the only question that's not a great question is the question that you don't ask. So every great question, in a way, is sort of a great question to me. Now, a good friend of mine, Sam Blemmy, all right? He's just a mastermind when it comes to aquaponics. He and I talked before, we communicate a lot, and I would direct you to him on this because he put together this really, really cool YouTube video clip telling you about how tilapia became popular. But when he and I first started, it was because someone had told me about the tilapia. They said, well, I've never seen anyone go to the river and say, hey, I just caught this wild tilapia. It hurt my feelings because tilapia are one of the oldest farm fish on the planet in existence. If you look at Egyptian hieroglyphs, those are tilapia on the hieroglyphs. It is said that some people might believe that it's Nile perch that Jesus used in the Bible to feed the masses, but most likely it was tilapia, especially in the region where they were at. Now just think about that. Think about that. Now the reason why, especially us European, us Western countries, that we've never heard of tilapia is because it's Nile River tilapia. Let's be honest. How much do you actually know about the Nile River? How much do you actually know about the Nile River? Not much. But just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. during the mid 90s, I'm not sure which network it was, but they had one of those like Dateline 2020 specials, and this one that they put out was a pretty scary one. Just like sort of back in the days when they would put out the specials about how sharks are terrifying, and sharks had this huge, and they still have this horrible, unwarranted stigmatism about them. It's unwarranted and it's unnecessary. And it's the same thing about tilapia. This is one of the easiest fish to grow. NASA's actually thinking about, they're not even considering it, they're making ways to actually grow this fish on other planets and on other planets and on other planets and at space, because it provides such a natural rich source of protein, and the byproducts of tilapia also help your traditional plants in your garden. So I hope that helps to answer the question. Let me see, how much time do we have? I think we have time for 2 more. Let's go to, there you go, Patricia Cole. And this is in regards to a video we posted called Gardening for the Beginner. And how you doing, Patricia? I hope all is fine and well. And Patricia said, my favorite experiment last year was side dressing everything with alfalfa pellets meant for horses. Everything flourished. By the way, Patricia's on some serious stuff right there, man. That's a bit of advice. We should keep that between us, Patricia. But yeah, you can do that, my friends. She said, question about the UVC light. It's electric, right? Yes, it is. She said, my point is that without power, you wouldn't have it any longer. Now, that's true. She's true. But the UVC light, here's the circle of light. The circle of light. And our instance is even better, because our UVC light is to duplicate the radiation rays from the sun, which actually break down the DNA and biohazardous material, be it on algae, be it, like I said, bacteria, be it anything negative that you want in that water. That UVC light, the radiation light from the sun, helps break that down. Now, do you need power in order to harness that UVC light? Yes, you do, but our system is all solar powered. So think about that. We're actually doubling up. We're utilizing the power of the sun square 4 or something like that. And I think that's just incredible, using the sun to power the sun, to make your garden come to life. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but hopefully it does. Hey guys, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. We only got to like questions from like 12 days ago. Dudes, we have months and months and months and months of questions. Please don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, do so. Don't forget to check us out at Together We Grow. Thank you to our sponsors out there on Blue Free Optico. Thank you to you know what? See, they get me for this. But Blue Free Optico. True Aquaponics, check them out, the 3-week system. Don't forget to use Together We Grow, and the and for your little extra discount. So trust me, don't forget Mindshrooms, them as well, and most of all, don't forget our friends at C Agri, C90. I'm telling you guys, check it out. We have everything that you're going to need for your gardens. In the meantime, please keep sending those questions. Please don't forget to email me any other questions you may have. Contact us to set up for appointments, to set up for tours, to set up for even guest speaking events. We got you guys. In the meantime, welcome to my secret lair. Plant that first seed, and together we'll grow. Peace and blessings, my friends. Have a great one.